Hey! That's for us? Or just testing it out?
No, go on.
Oh, wow.
Who's there? Who's that now? Okay, go see. Who is it?
What, gangsta?
You're,
Who is it now? Baby girl.
hi.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Okay, let's go.
What's up, man? Got the Chipotle and everything?
Yeah, man, my post-workout meal. I
Nice.
just got here.
You want water, Jesse?
Yes, please, man. I didn't want to bring my dirty ass gloves.
Ooh, hey, thank you. All right, the finest. You gonna be on live stream, baby?
She's gonna speak downstairs.
You gonna be on the camera? No? You wanna be on the camera?
No, wait.
She's communicating.
I won't sit here.
Who's watching? Dean?
So the last
I
time
gotta advertise we have live. Today I'm Dean. Hey. I got big shoes to fill, literally.
Yeah, the last week what I read was like, we're still good, and then, I don't know what happened in the messages, but I had a missed call from Muzak, and then I was like, oh my god, what happened? And I was trying to,
Of course it was a call.
read and work out, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
So we got a new segment on the show, and I'm gonna debut it live.
Ooh.
Nobody knows what it is.
Where do you want to fit it in?
Okay. You'll see. I'll go with the flow.
Sounds good.
Dude, this figure, it doesn't look bad.
Dude, the one that I saw at Walmart was
I mean,
busted.
it's not the best,
Well,
but like
damn,
from far away, yeah, but from far away, it looks like it.
It looks like
like that's.
How does it just peg?
That's the Jon Snow guy, bro.
You gotta watch it. You can catch up. Like you can watch the show in a week.
I can't.
Damn, dude, now I feel bad.
Can I do an episode a day?
Yes, dude.
Then
You can like 2 episodes a day.
Yeah.
No, not my schedule, I can't. By the time I get home, and
Let's do a quick mic check, and then we'll just start recording whenever.
okay.
Whenever Jesse's done. No rush.
Oh yeah, these are for you.
Oh,
Oh wait, did I? Oh wait, that's the wrong.
Oh, there we go.
Live.
Oh wait, I think I gave you Dean's. I'll give you.
It's waiting.
You know what it is. Though.
Actually, I shouldn't drop my address.
Actually, hold on. Let me.
Do you have the card?
Oh, okay. I'll be right back. Oh, shoot.
All right, we got Damien. I don't know what Damien's saying. Someone needs to pull up live.
I'll put it up.
Yeah, can you be the live guy?
Mhm.
All right, cool. What up, Damien? So, Damien, we got 2 cameras going today. So we got the webcam, and then later tomorrow we'll have the higher quality up. Damien says, "Look at these nerds. I mean, internationally famous nerds."
Oh my god, I just saw the video of Ian 3 hours ago.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, man. I posted right at 5. Yeah, that was just starting my workout then.
Cool. You've kept up with the show sheet, like the things that were put in there, like check them out. Okay, did you check out that eBay seller that I put?
Oh yeah.
You checked out his page?
I did not.
Okay, check it out real quick, because I want to talk about the show, but I don't want there to be like dead air while you are looking it up.
Okay.
You too, Jesse, please.
Okay.
But don't react yet. Ooh.
Is that my car?
That sounds good. That sounds like right here.
No, that's mine. You hear it?
Dude, that's fancy stuff. Look at that action. Kid Chico, look at that. I'm not gonna say anything like that. But that is beautiful. It's gonna go right here.
That's funny. Oh wait,
Look at that one.
where's the chin? There you go.
I'm getting my drinks. You gonna put Johnson over there?
Yeah.
For the camera. Turn that off.
So I have a question.
What I think.
I can't decide between 2 bodies. I'll show you guys after. But I want a short, skinny body for Rorschach because he sits like a centimeter or 2 taller than an hen, and it looks wrong. But I'm willing to chop off like.
Wait, hang on. His head sculpt is not necked or it's necked?
It's not neck, so it's a head.
Okay, so you need a body with a neck.
Well,
But you need a
with a head.
skinny body.
So
Check out that Boba Fett body after the show.
okay.
I'm surprised. Actually, really nice body.
I
Is it the creepy eBay ads?
Yeah. No, it's a seller. This username is right there. The M.
Oh,
Makes sense.
okay. Oh yeah.
Dude, look him up real quick. It is creepy. and then we'll talk about it on the show.
Oh God.
I'm trying.
I've been watching. Oh.
Well, you guys can look at it.
MEXO more. I've been creeped out today because I'm watching all these shows that I just missed out on.
Uh-huh.
And today I started watching Dexter. You ever seen Dexter?
Dude, yeah.
Dude, the first episode I was like,
I would say watch up to episode or season 3, and then after that you're good.
oh,
If you want to continue after that, on your own discretion, but
Manny, give me a mic check.
mic check, mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
Mike shouldn't, Marsha.
Oh, how do you search users?
Yeah, I'm not. He's
Here, I'll
not
show
popping.
you.
He's not popping up for me.
Yeah, it's not. It's just like a bunch of like workout stuff.
It's so weird. And maybe there's nothing behind it, but it's so weird. I look at all his auctions. Yeah, you can grab one.
Alright.
Look at all of them, dude. They're so weird. Like, just keep scrolling down because there's different people that he uses.
What the hell?
It's so creepy,
Is this Cody?
right? We'll talk about it though.
Oh, dude, that is weird.
Oh, if I like one of these pictures, you'll see
On like Dayline.
like a reflection, and you'll see like a wiener. Have you seen those
Yeah.
ones where where they used to do that? And I was like, oh.
Dude, like, what if like all these girls are missing?
I know, dude. That's scary. There's certainly some innuendo behind these photos.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite girl though?
Probably the blonde.
Okay, I was gonna say the blonde looked pretty neat.
She's like fucking.
So what happened? what happened? In, like, how come no one's here or what? Or like,
Okay, so
I didn't. get to
so
read all
Dean said.
Dean
So the
Levine.
thing that really upset me is because this morning he's like Rainer's gonna be here, which implies that he would
Yes,
probably
I'm
be picking him up and dropping him off. So when he said that, I'm like, okay, everyone's good to go. Like Manny says he's good to go. Jesse didn't be there. Seth said he couldn't be there. And then at 4:30, he's like, I can't make it. And it's like, okay, well, you haven't mentioned anything about Rainer.
That's 2 people down.
And I was like, and
I would have picked him up. He didn't tell me. He didn't say anything. On
I
the
feel like he
chat.
probably wants to fucking jerk it or something. I don't know. But the thing is, like, dude, like, if you told me this morning, we could have made arrangements. Like, Victoria could have gone to our mom's. They would like record in the office because it's pretty loud when we record, and the baby's sleeping in the next room.
Mhm.
But then, like, you don't have a spot in your house to record, so it's like then we're gonna be. It's either like
It's all echoey.
yeah, it's like we gotta pick who we're gonna miss at that point. We need to Photoshop Sydney with a guy like me now. Dude, that intro is so crispy.
Chris.
All right, who's Hey, what's up, Lenny? Dude, Lenny is a saber god. Look at this. This is what we're gonna talk about later, guys. This creepy dude on eBay. Look at this.
Creepy.
Look at this. Look at this guy.
You were showing it in front of the screen, bro. I saw that. You had your phone in front of the laptop.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at this dude.
Let the roasting begin.
I know.
Roast sesh.
I know.
You even took extra vitamins this morning.
I did. Took my knee vitamins.
What the fuck?
Dude, so
Who brought
remember
Jay Flex, that's is that your brother name?
No, that's me.
Oh.
That's me.
remember,
under my.
remember I told you that I'm gonna do a Pikachu picture? I didn't get to do it today, but this is along the lines that I want to do. Of course there'll be, some like special effects and stuff, and it's gonna be like,
I did that once.
did you?
With a Charmander though.
Oh, cool.
And it's gonna be like something like,
But I did like really shitty though.
I'm gonna put like the caption like, you think your papa had bad electricity or something along those lines. I don't know.
Wait, no, that's Vader though.
I know.
But Vader doesn't have dad.
I know,
Oh, he
but
does, but I guess.
yeah, but Pikachu doesn't know that. Pikachu thinks that.
No, you should put the worst shock of your life.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Shocking.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That's a real good one.
Lenny, I'm gonna miss you when you leave, Lenny. All right, so Jesse, you're on YouTube comments.
Mhm.
You can sit over there. You can sit here. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
the same.
I just sat here. You were over there messing with it.
Dude, I'm so excited, guys. So we got a really cool. It's called intro, right?
Yeah.
That Manny made. So should we should start straight into the intro, right?
Yeah,
Like the thing
obviously-
will play, and then we can do the hey guys, my name is.
Yeah, like you can. I mean, you can play it now or whatever if you don't play it, and then like start recording and be like, "So what do you guys think?" You know, because that's.
Well, I'm gonna
first
play it
thing
for us in
we're
the room and then for the live stream, but I'm gonna put it in.
Oh,
I'm
over.
gonna drop the MP3.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna cut it
gonna- Okay, yeah,
because like it's not gonna sound that great.
yeah, that's good. You do that.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
I listened to that. Sydney showed me. We went to watch Shazam. I was like, no, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't heard it yet.
I was curious to see what Dean thought about that movie.
I know. Well, I
We'll
guess.
talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
There's a new one though. There's an edit. I made some small tweaks. You'll hear it right now, live.
So Sunday night was the latest that I've heard. I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't listened
Yesterday, right? It was yesterday
What was?
last night.
to it.
Last night I made the final.
Oh, I'm
final
curious.
Mix down.
From what I heard, it was fucking good. So I can't wait to do like the final episode. I'm like 2 by 2. We can start this one.
We got to think of our book title though. What's another word for dummy? What's another word for dummy?
More.
Look up some synonyms.
Hold on. Menso.
Lenny says, "What was that?" I had my headphones in. Like, come on, you're slacking on the comments.
I know.
What did he say?
It
What
just-
did he say?
He was like, "What the fuck? What was that?" I had my headphones. I don't know. Like maybe-
Lenny is the dude who does the lightsabers?
Yeah, Lenny. So Lenny does the CCFL sabers.
Nice.
Here,
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna-
sponsor us and he's all gonna give us one or what?
Right. I'm gonna.
I need a Vader one, bro.
Should I play the clip right now and then while Jesse's finishing eating?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is a new intro that Manny has made for us. Let's. The audio quality is not going to be great.
Obviously, they'll hear if they hear it tomorrow.
Yeah, when you hear it tomorrow, you'll hear it a lot better.
Crisp version.
Here, hold on.
We are tonight's entertainment. We would be honored. Join us. He's got $1 billion toys. Brother, the doll question. These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil. 5, 4, 3, 2,
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
on to your butt.
It'll sound better tomorrow. We're filming on 2 cameras, so it'll sound better in the actual camera, and then the podcast mic. Let me start the recording. Can I just toss that under the table for now, or?
Yeah, of course. You know what? I'm gonna keep these now.
We're recording.
I'm already here. So I'm just saying. I don't remember the last time I sat here. It was like,
I don't think you've ever sat there. All right.
You don't need to plug in.
Oh my God, those napkins are so loud.
it's all right.
I was like, fuck, why does it sound so staticky? Thank you for that. Good call on the plug.
I'm probably not gonna have your address displayed.
All right, let's do one more mic check. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
All right. Every once in a while, Jesse, update us on the comments. Mic check.
Okay.
Mic check.
All right. Manny, just bring it up just a tad.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think we should be good though.
You got it, baby.
All right, just a tempo set. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
3, 2, 1. Should we play the intro one more time?
Yeah. Go for it.
Hold on real quick. I just want to pull up the show sheet in the docs.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull this up while we're doing that.
You can pull it up in Safari. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this way I can go back and forth from the comics and like, I know where we at.
All right, focus, guys.
We are tonight's entertainment. We would be honored. Join us. He's got $1 billion toys. Brother, the doll question. These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil. 5, 4, 3, 2,
listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
What'd you guys think?
Amazing.
Thank you.
Beautiful work. Like it gives you goosebumps.
So, new beginnings. You know, we've had the same format for a while, and I thought it was time for a change. And so Manny the Man Gonzalez has put together an amazing mix, some of our favorite mediums, and we've come up with a great intro. All the great podcasts have intros, and now we are joining the ranks of great podcasts.
Yes.
We're also going to be moving the show sheet around a little bit. I know normally we focus the first 10 minutes or so on show news. It's kind of boring stuff. So we're moving that to the end of the show. So obviously this episode, we're letting you guys know that, but going forward, we're going to go straight into this week. We also have some big things to talk about. So new this week, Manny, do you want to kick it off? Since you're in Dean's chair, we're obviously missing.
Yeah, we got to do the jingle like him. Ready?
Wait, Ian. We forgot to do.
Oh yeah,
We
forgot to mention that we're short someone.
Wait, hang on.
Not only that,
Let's recut the intro. We'll keep
going on?
recording, but I got so excited by the thing. So let's
who's on the podcast?
yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so-
I was
okay,
like,
so
wait, what?
Let's start the show over.
Okay.
If you're watching live, this is
Whoa.
we totally blew it. Okay, so start with Manny. What did you think?
Wait, what?
Like, what did you
Oh, okay, all right, here we go. Ready? What'd you guys think?
It is amazing.
We got a beautiful. I got goosebumps off of that
Yes.
thing.
So, new beginnings. We normally don't pre-title our episodes, but I thought it was time for some new stuff,
Mhm.
and it sounds good.
Yeah.
You know, new intro, new podcast. Who dis?
Yeah.
It really does feel like that.
let's-
It feels like the production stepped up like 3 times just because of that intro. Like
We had to
man,
kick
who's
we had to
this
kick
guy?
Dean off, so new beginnings.
We couldn't afford his services.
Yeah, he's that guy. His head got way too big. He started charging way too much.
Yep. So let's kick it off with our normal intro. Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Manny.
And I'm Jesse.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting. Dean had some injury in his knee. He's not able to make it today. We wish him a speedy recovery and all the best. We'll move show news to the end of the show from this point on. So next episode, we're going to go straight into the intros and then straight into this week. And this week, Manny is going to kick it off since
Yeah.
Dean is absent.
So let's do the jingle like Dean. 1, 2, 3.
New this week.
Okay, you gotta say in the picture.
I do it with my hands too.
I picked up a lot of stuff, but I can't remember off the top of my head because I'm weird and old. But I did bring the Jon Snow from McFarlane, right?
Yeah, McFarlane.
I was at Target last week and I saw it on the shelves and I was like, oh, I know that you mentioned that it's not the best face sculpt.
I think yours is a lot better. No, the sculpt is fine. It's the paint.
Paint job,
But
yeah,
I think that yours is a lot better than the two that I saw.
yeah, that one did
Monday.
look pretty rough. I
Yeah.
have to admit.
Yeah,
But for $20, dude, that's a pretty sweet figure.
it's a cool figure. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm regretting not getting the one that I saw because even though there was paint missing, it would have been an easy touch-up for
Yeah.
anybody. And just
Yeah.
black paint.
As someone that hasn't seen the show yet, like I knew
I
right away,
don't know.
Jon Snow. I know like exactly who that's supposed to be and everything.
I don't know how you haven't seen that show.
I just don't have so much time to
Dude.
like catch up. Like I'm just so busy. But I'm gonna get to it. I eventually will.
Yeah.
Might be late, but
So yeah, they have Jon Snow, they have Daenerys, they
The
have
Night King,
the Night King, and they have
Viserion.
Arya.
Arya and then Viserion.
Yeah. I've seen Arya in person, and I've seen Daenerys in person, and they look like absolute garbage, in my opinion.
Ooh.
Like I showed my fiance. I was like, look, and like I covered like like the labels and stuff, and she was like, who's that? And I'm like, ah. I will say that I'm still on the lookout for the Night King. So
Okay, keep an eye out.
yes,
Keep an eye out.
please.
You also got some Oreos. this
Oh,
week.
dude, those Oreos, dude. My fiance wasn't feeling well yesterday, so she stayed home from work. And dude, right at 7 o'clock, I was calling HB. I was calling.
call me.
Oh, you gotta call because HB doesn't have HB doesn't
It is
update their app.
not
Zach
so.
2.0.
You got me.
So I wanted to call, but I was like,
You call everywhere.
I don't know, but Monday I was like, I have a good feeling I'm gonna find Viserion at Target. And I was like, I'm not gonna call. And I needed to get some books that I ordered at Barnes and Noble to do like where you can buy it online and pick up in store.
Mhm.
Like, I guess not as bad as calling. And I got to the store, and apparently they don't open until 10. So I was like, shit, I got 9. I thought book people
Yeah.
get to bookshops early. So I was like, let me go into Target. I have a good feeling. Saw the Jon Snow, struck out the Viserion, and struck out the Oreos. But you found them.
I did.
your
I
fiance
called
found them.
my local grocery chain, and I'll just. I called. I think I called 3 stores. I know I was on a roll.
The most calls he's ever made.
For real, dude. AT&T was like, "Is he okay?" No. So like, nobody had them. So I was like, okay. So finally, I told my fiance that if she can go to the nearest one by our place, and sure enough, they had them. I was like, cool.
Nice.
So yeah, and then after work yesterday, we stopped at the store again to get some things for dinner, and then turns out they still had a couple, so I grabbed another one, and I already have it on eBay. I can tell you my username right now.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah, so Marissa's holding them up. You'll see what I mean
we'll talk
later.
about that later.
Yeah, dude, the Oreos are pretty badass.
How do they
Jesse?
taste? Actually, I picked up one thing. My buddy picked up a Alien. I think it's a 40th anniversary Xenomorph. I think from I think they're exclusive from Hot Topic and I think GameStop. He's like, hey man, I know you like Alien. I got you this. I was like, cool man, that's kind of weird, but
Nice.
thanks for giving me that.
Yeah.
He's just like, I thought of you, and I was like, that's
Yeah.
roll up. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Y'all don't think of me. So for me, this week I got, like I said, some Star Wars books. I got the Republic Commando. It's 5-book series. I've started on the first book, trying to get myself involved in the lore as I craft my trooper from Stab and Tech. My kit is actually being printed. It should ship this week, and I actually paid extra for the FedEx shipping. And the guy was saying, like, you know, in theory, if I ship it the standard postage, it should take quote unquote 10 to 15 business days. But he's like, I shipped a package back in February and it just got to the guy. It's like a month and a half. It's like, fuck it, I'll pay the extra. Now that we have this high quality international podcast, we have to keep the content coming. So I paid the extra so we can get it early. And then I also got, I know last week I was talking about Speedy Pack potentially being a scam. I did get the T-Rex this week. It just showed up randomly. Like the
I know.
tracking
I
never
saw the
updated.
YouTube, and you're like, you had it, and I was like, all right, not a scam.
I will say very disappointed by this T-Rex.
Really?
I don't know. I broke it already on the foot, and I had to glue the foot back, and that was the big thing when I unboxed it. I was like, I want to check the foot out.
I see it.
And yeah, I got to touch up with paint. It's gonna be an easy touch up. Like you'll never notice that.
It has weight to it.
It's
like
like most of
cheap.
the, most
Yeah,
of
but
the
you're built
weight.
like Superman,
base.
so this is probably gonna be a ton of bricks. Ah!
Most of the weight.
Oh
is the base.
wow! Okay, I'm not touching that anymore.
But I don't know.
I think it just.
It's painted well and it's sculpted well,
Yeah.
but
I think the sculpt is good. I think maybe like you do a little magic and then
I
you
just-
bring it to life.
yeah, I don't know. I've had the Chronicle Rex, the 140th for a while that I repainted, and I really like that one. And I guess my expectations were really high because the Rebor's coming out with one, and I thought this one would be a really cool counterpart to that one for like a Lost World versus, Jurassic Park look. But I would say my rating on this is probably about a 6 out of 10. I think I probably should have held off on it.
Should have saved the funds for
Sell
Rex.
Well, the thing is, when it came, the box was like destroyed. Like it was. So if I sell, it's gonna be loose. I don't know. If anyone really wants it on Ox, hit me up. Maybe we can work out a deal. It's a nice sculpt and everything. It just,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Underwhelming.
I was just really expecting
more.
like the Mutts Nuts, and I did not receive that. I also got the Mewtwo figure from Detective Pikachu, which is
Where
really
is it?
cool.
I didn't see
Oh,
it.
it's right here.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it up.
He has a
over on the
little
table.
Dr. Manhattan pose right there.
Yeah, there you go. And I like it a lot. Like I'm pretty familiar with the Pokemon designs. I grew up playing Pokemon, and I like what they have here. Manny, if you look at the back, like you can see it, you can tell this is like a fur, whereas on the Pokemon, like it's just like chunks of different colors on it, and they're attempting to make it more realistic, so it looks like it has like fur sculpted on it, and like the front where there's that purple on the sort of the crotch, it kind of fades into the lavender.
This reminds me of my Theo Pete. I walked in on him taking a shower one time. He was reaching for his towel. I was like,
He was pale.
dude, I thought he was a werewolf. Anyways, sorry.
So that's the new this week for me. New pre-orders, Nebula is up on Sideshow for $235. It's already sold out as of the time of this recording. We just checked a few minutes ago.
Is it really?
Alter
Yeah,
Ego,
I
Alter Ego, and BBTS. So Sideshow still has it in
oh
stock.
my god.
Now, go ahead, Jesse.
no, I was gonna say I'm not in love with the character, but that's her. Like undeniably, that's her.
Yeah,
Big
for sure.
time.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are like, man, we really got to pre-order this like now. And I think you guys have to realize like the quantity that Sideshow is getting versus the quantity that like Alter Ego ordered and BBTS is like significantly smaller. So I don't think like you need to order this today. Like, you know, when things come out for pre-order, people make it seem like you need to order it like the second that it comes out.
Yeah.
And I think for some of these things, it's important to wait until you see it like at Secret Base. You see people have, you know, they always have the exhibitions where they show off the different figures. I think it's important that you take a step back. You know, obviously I wouldn't wait till the month before. You might run out. Like, you know, the Rogue One Vader, it sold out like pretty much like a month before it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that with Hella. I saw a couple reviews and I was like, and I was sort of on the fence because like I love the character, but I was like, but then like I saw the reviews and I was like, okay, I gotta jump on this because this is gonna go fast. This looks really good,
Yeah.
and it did.
Yeah. Like I certainly wouldn't wait. Like
No, don't wait.
I wouldn't wait because nowadays figures are coming out like 4 or 5 months early. I would give it a month or two and really think about it. It's not going to sell out because let's be honest, Hot Toys probably hasn't even made the retail version of this figure yet. Like they probably have the molds, they probably have the tailoring stuff ready, but they're not going into production with this figure for a while. I think personally. So you know the whole order the millisecond it comes out thing, I would definitely wait.
That'd be a pretty cool figure in my collection because I have Thanos.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And apparently, one interesting thing is that Sideshow, a lot of people, this guy asked, like, if you cancel your order, what do you lose? And of course, you lose your deposit. And of course, a coupon that you applied, you lose that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, like most people, said that when they canceled an order recently, Sideshow gave them their rewards points back. And it never used to be like that. Even currently on their site, their policy states that you lose the rewards points. But this is a game changer because I personally have lost about $180 of rewards with Sideshow. Granted, a lot of these were rewards that I earned from like the SDCC, the NYCC. So they're not really rewards that I truly earned from purchasing. Some of them were. But it's kind of neat that this could be a thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe next time if they cancel a pre-order, maybe you give them a call and see what they can do for you.
Call them.
Again, don't take my word for it, but there was probably 40, 50 people that chimed in on 2 different threads and 2 different groups, and like 90% of them said that recently they've been able to get rewards points back. So that is a really good thing for this hobby. Hang on, I'm gonna pause it real quick. My computer's like getting all stuff.
I'm gonna start my new segment when we come back.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna introduce a new segment. Nobody knows about this.
So we have a show
This is
sheet.
live.
This is on
Going off script, all right.
Okay, here we go.
We'll do it live.
Did you know that McDonald's is the world's largest restaurant chain by revenue, serving over 69 million customers daily in over 100 countries across check this out, across 37,855 outlets as of 2018. Okay?
Okay.
From my house to your house, it's 8.6 miles, 20 minutes. On the way over here, there was no McDonald's, and I really wanted an ice cream.
Oh, wow.
So this is, we're gonna call this one Facts of the Day or something. Dude, I want ice cream so bad.
So
I want ice
we're
cream.
moving show news to the back of the show. We're putting McDonald's restaurant facts. in the
No,
beginning.
it's just facts
That
of the
totally
day.
took me. I thought you were gonna bring this back to toys. I was like, I think it's like McDonald's
You're
is the
like-
number one producer of toys.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I would get a new toy and I would go to McDonald's get an ice cream,
I-
bro. Come on.
My favorite ones were those Flintstone ones.
Focus back up.
Sorry, toys.
So
Anyways.
new releases. Obi-Wan Kenobi has been released. Lots of people canceled their pre-order after seeing the blogger pics, which I think is kind of stupid.
Lots of babies.
According to Hot Toys employee, I believe it was JC Hong, he mentioned that the licensor requested that the head be changed to what it is now. And there's no reason for them to lie to us about that. But in my opinion, being me, I almost think it's easier to say that than to say like, we kind of fucked up the mold a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that this isn't true, but it just seems like they had the perfect sculpt and they changed it to something that's maybe slightly less than perfect. I still think it's an amazing sculpt, especially with the reviews that have come out with actual collectors.
Is that the same excuse for Black Panther too?
No, Black Panther, I think a lot of people said was just really bad.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's important, again, we mentioned last week, the blogger picks versus real life, to wait to see how this figure looks under a variety of conditions, because really the Obi one looks pretty damn close, you know.
I think you just need some
pretty
little
good.
highlights in the hair.
Yeah, hair's
a little
flat.
sculpt is there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Toyworks Mace Windu has come out. This was a third-party Mace Windu kit, not a kit, I'm sorry, figure. And honestly, it's pretty decent. It's not terrible. It certainly looks better than I thought it would after. He does have a big head. Perhaps maybe Samuel Jackson has a big head in real life.
Yeah, but this just looks funny. Like if he's wearing tight glasses.
It's certainly, I would say yes. Certainly not Hot Toys quality, you know, by any means. Maybe Sideshow quality, which is decent.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is I almost feel like next week we're gonna get like a Mace Windu, and all the people that bought this one are gonna be pretty pissed. And I've already seen some defenders of this figure already like, well, I already got this figure, and if Hot Toys makes this one, I'm just gonna keep this one. So I guess people are pretty confident in their purchase. I guess this is the opposite of glad I waited. Yeah, so a lot of people are really surprised about that. The Nut PIZS collaboration with
Who's Nut?
11, Jon
Nut
Snow. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Nut PIZS by 11, Jon Snowhead is officially for sale on 1/6 Kit. It's in stock, $60. Get to the head. This is a head that's been sort of teased for about a year now, maybe a little bit less than a year. And a lot of people are really happy about
Now,
this thing.
$60 per head is not bad.
$60.
I've never paid for it.
So with this figure, normally 11's head sculpts are a little bit cheaper than this, but because it's a collaboration with another sculptor, 11's just doing the paintwork. The price is a little higher to incorporate the commissions for
They
both
did
artists.
the Bruce Wayne one, right? I think that was like
I think 11 sculpted it and painted it.
$50
Yeah, so this is it's a little bit more expensive. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good sculpt. It's certainly a later season Jon Snow. It's not like the first few seasons. So a lot of people that have the current figure are going to upgrade it, but then their outfit won't match the head sculpt. So
Yeah.
Be that as it may, I think it's still a really good purchase. And, you know, being that this is a collaboration with two artists, I can't see them making more if this sells out. So this would certainly be something that I wouldn't wait on, because the fact of the matter is it's in stock now. It's not like this is a pre-order. So they only have however many they're going to have. It's not like, you know, they're taking a pre-order and getting an idea of batch sizes. I certainly would not wait. $60 is a really good price. The Jazz Inc. 1/12 scale Tantive diorama has come out. This is again for 1/12 scale, so Black Series Bandai model kit, Figuarts, and the Bandai 6-inch model kits as well. $200, beautiful. It's basically just a 12-inch long version of his 6-scale diorama, scaled down. And I've seen some pictures that he's been posting, and it's a really good price. There's some people that are 6-inch collectors that are complaining about the price, but when you understand what it is and you know what went into this to get this to be produced,
Right.
just at all, and at the scale that it is, I mean, you know, Juice isn't walking away to the
I
bank.
was
you know,
gonna
at $200.
say, like, he's not a manufacturing warehouse. Like, he's like a mom and pop place. It's
Almost literally like a pop
literally
and
like-
him and his pop.
So his prices will be a little bit more expensive. Because,
But again, this is something no one's ever gonna make
Exactly.
again.
yeah,
This is a one-of-a-kind piece of art. $200, really good price. And not only that, but he does offer some payment plans that are very generous. So
oh yeah,
if you're a 6-inch scale collector, you know, again, Figuarts, Black Series, Bandai model kits, jazzinkdioramas.com. If you love the Tantive 4 diorama, which can be used for so many scenes across the prequel and original trilogy, definitely check that out. It's really good stuff. Manny was tempted this week by a Mark 85. And you haven't done your Iron Man yet. And you were kind of putting in the group chat, like, do I cancel? Do I keep the 50 for the 85? Let's have that discussion on the podcast.
There was a good, like, I say, like, hour that came into to my head, and I was like, I kind of want the new one, but it was just an hour, honestly. It was just like, it came and went. I was
Yeah,
like,
because you already have so much invested, both
Yeah.
time and energy and sentimental value in the Infinity War stuff. You're going
Yeah.
to take that to the
Iron Spider.
Iron Spider. You have Thanos, which you fucking lucked out big time when you got it when you did.
I know.
And
And I
I was listening to the Mint and Seal Box podcast, Zach and Justin, and they made a really good point. It's like, definitely don't cancel your order until, at minimum, you've seen in-game, because, the Mark 85 could be a suit that Tony wears for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, Hot Toys certainly produced
Oh yeah.
30-plus Iron Man that were just momentary, if anything, suits.
Yeah.
We don't know if this is going to be the best suit in the movie. We don't know if this is going to be the final suit in the movie. We don't know anything. All we know is it's sort of like a traditional comic-inspired Iron Man figure.
I don't even know how the numbering works. It went from 50 to
So in between Iron Man 3 and Age of Ultron, he made 35 suits.
Mhm.
So from Mark
I
7
remember
to Mark
that when we were all
42.
flying around.
Yeah, and then I guess from something to something, he made 35 suits, and then from 50, he made another 35 suits to 85.
Jesus.
So there's something to do with that number there.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Marvel comic reader, but there's something to do with that 35 number. But yeah, so I mean, it could be like Mark 80 is the big suit in the movie.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't cancel anything. If you're listening to this podcast, I would certainly hold off. But yeah, Justin and Zach, they just made some good points. It's like, damn, like, I was considering pre-ordering the Mark 85, but I think I'm gonna hold off, because Infinity War was such a good movie, and the suit in that movie did a lot. I mean,
I loved it.
Yeah. it's a good suit. So
I'm gonna wait too, because I feel like it might be his last movie. So I at least need a remembrance, because I don't have any.
yeah.
I need one.
I have the 42, but I think at some point I might want to upgrade to either the 50 or the 85.
Mhm.
I like the 85. The side of it has like silver. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's just a repaint.
Whatever.
So the
like-
thing that I like on the 85, I like the feet on the 85. The 50,
shoulders
the
on the
50,
85.
the 50 feet, they almost look like those Puma shoes, like the racing shoes.
Puma shoes.
Puma shoes, and then on the 85, the neck. But I like everything else on the 50. I like the color. I like the red. All
Yeah.
the red.
I think that's what really kept me like. Now I'll just keep the 50 because I don't know. It's
But
just
it almost seems like you get a lot more accessories with the 50, because the 85 says more accessories coming soon.
yeah.
But the way that they worded it seems like another accessory pack is coming soon. Not like what they did with Cap for Infinity, where they said like, we're going to show you these next two after the movie comes out, because it's kind of a spoiler,
Yeah.
which it really wasn't. But
Yeah, it was just.
Yeah,
But that Thanos though.
Spoiler alert. I'm just kidding.
Thanos. Oh yeah. So in Infinity War, Thanos is shown with his armor, and they also have like the black. What is it called? Backflash. Or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And-
Flashback.
Yeah, flashback. I said that backwards. But it looks like this Hot Toys Thanos, the armored one, is the same one from Infinity War. It doesn't look like the Endgame version.
And it could be. I mean, if they're going to go back in time, I mean, that certainly could be.
Yeah, but like when you see Endgame, like
But not only that, but you have the left ungauntleted hands, like in the beginning. Well, I guess in the beginning of Infinity War, you had the gauntlet, though. Huh?
Sort of. Yeah.
Well, he did. I mean, it was on his hands.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He just didn't have the stone.
Yeah, exactly.
Why does he need armor when he has all the stones?
I don't know.
So I know my fiance told me, yeah, you're not letting this one go, so pre-order this one. Because I didn't want to order that one, the one you have. I was like, I don't know, it's not gonna fit. I don't have anything else. But she was like, yeah, but you're getting this one no matter what happens over there. He's gonna get his ass kicked. I don't care. You're gonna have to order that one. I was like,
Dude, he could go in the first 5 minutes of the movie,
And it's just
the
them
whole
trying to-
movie is trying to like bring him back. And stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, it could be.
Certainly could happen.
Jeez.
Certainly could happen. So let's talk about what grinds my gears. I don't really understand it. Sideshow's release schedule and who gets what.
Mhm.
So in my mind, a perfect situation would be if Manny orders the figure before Jesse and I order after Jesse. Manny should get his figure first, then Jesse, then me. Okay, hang on. Cut off. I feel like it was going to cut off. Okay, so let me recut that. Okay, so what really grinds my gears is Sideshow's release schedule. There's really no rhyme or reason who gets what, when, and why. Now, if Manny orders a figure first, followed by Jesse, and then me, I feel like Manny should get his figure first, followed by Jesse, and then followed by me. I think that is appropriate, because you've been paying on it perhaps earlier than I have.
Yeah.
been invested, you've given them your money longer, they've made probably interest off of it longer. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Now, I've gotten into some discussions with some other collectors, and a lot of people say like, well, it's just random, or well, it's just logistics. Like it's easier for them to ship it to this point. Like let's say they start at the West Coast and then move to the East Coast. But none of that really makes sense because Sideshow's not dealing with the logistics of shipping. They're printing a label, and for them, printing the label, at that point, it's out of their hands. UPS, FedEx are dealing with the actual transit. It just makes no sense. Like, Manny, you jumped on Thanos a little late in the game.
Yeah.
And you also switched it to a full pay. You had like a flex pay that was going to go on forever.
Yeah.
Switched it to a full pay, and you've had your Thanos for like a month already.
Yeah,
2 months
definitely
already.
a month.
It makes no sense. It's so annoying.
It's
Fortunately,
weird how that happened.
yeah, because when I got Anakin, I pre-ordered Anakin like the day it came out. And I ended up canceling my Sideshow Anakin because people had theirs for like 5 months, not 5 months, like 3 months already. And I was still waiting on mine. And I ended up because like when people get their figures, they'll like open like, oh, I kind of like this figure. And I ended up getting Anakin from my buddy Austin for like $40 less than Sideshow shipped. And I just called Sideshow. I was like, look, like I'm gonna cancel this order. Like there's no point for me to be on this pre-order. I can just get it today, have it shipped to me. It's really frustrating, and I don't know, it really grinds my gears. The next thing I want to say, I'm gonna give you guys a bonus grinds my gears, is people that complain about coupons. Now,
Coupons?
about coupons. So I see this all the time on the groups. Someone will say, hey, just an FYI, I got a $20 email from Sideshow email coupon or a $50 coupon. And you always see the people in the comments, man, I spent $10,000 at Sideshow last year and I don't get any coupons. And it's like, okay. And then you have like, and then it's like a dick measuring contest where everyone's telling each other how much they spent and how many coupons they didn't get. But if you think about it, it's smart. Why would Sideshow give you a coupon if you spend $10,000 without any coupons?
True.
They're gonna give the coupons to these broke motherfuckers that can't afford anything, like me, and then I buy it and then cancel it because it takes too long. So it's pretty smart by Sideshow. But certainly, the big thing was people were saying there was a coupon where it was like, if you order Thanos, the battle armor version, or whatever you call it, and then the Mark 85, one or the other, you got a coupon, and then they were trying to entice you to order the next one. And a lot of people were saying like, oh, I'm gonna call Sideshow. Does anyone have screenshots of the email they got? Because I didn't get a coupon. That's not fair. It's like, guys, we're not like in a socialist world where everyone gets the same thing,
What about babies?
Seth says Seth is on the chat. He says Zach on his soapbox. I am on my soapbox.
Yeah.
This grinds my gears. This is my box to be soapy on. And so it grinds my gears. It's just such a weird thing that people complain like a lot. Now, one thing. Okay, so this is kind of funny. I've been following this for a while because I didn't know like if this was like a short-term thing or if this guy would do this for a while. Should I say the username?
No.
Yes.
Because if he's a listener,
Well, no, I was gonna say it because he's on eBay. He already put himself out there.
That's true. Plus, it's free advertising.
It's
What if he
free
makes a deal?
advertisement. So
Hi guys. Again, I say this when I have a kind heart. Okay, I don't mean this to be like ugly, but there's this guy on eBay. His username is Mexomorph.
MEX.
OMORPH, and I'm sure this guy is a fantastic individual.
Oh yeah.
But if you look at his auctions, they're all pictures of girls holding up, like, for example,
said items.
a Darth Vader action figure, and this girl's holding it up. And these girls look like really young. I'm not saying that they're underage. I'm not saying that at all.
That is a player.
But it's such a weird thing. I don't know. Maybe I've talked about this on the podcast, like in the first iteration of the collecting. I feel like I mentioned it once,
I think I remember hearing.
and then I
this.
forgot about it. But I was looking for something, and it
Now
popped
you're
up again,
creeping me out, bro.
right? And
He's like,
so
"Any new ones?"
so this guy, I'm guessing he puts out like an ad on Craigslist. I guess if that's a thing. It's like looking for models, and like he just has these girls take pictures with like all these things, and some of them have like maybe some weird sexual undertones. Like the girls are like in weird positions, or like I don't know. It's such a weird thing.
It's like
maybe it's not a weird thing, but it creeps me out.
No, it's super creepy. I think the faces.
Like you can tell the girls are like, I don't know if I can be here, but this guy's giving like $200 to shoot.
But there's
Toys of
there's
toys.
crazy people out there. You gotta understand. So like, if these things are like, let's say he's selling whatever, and he has like a customer that's always buying from him because these girls are holding it. It's like these dudes who buy like those
Underwear.
cam girls underwears. Yeah,
Yeah.
like wear them and go work out.
But also he's selling clothes, so do people ask this guy like, yo, like, can I pay you like 20 extra bucks for the girl to wear it? Like, it's so
I can just
weird.
like imagine like I need I don't know, I need Game of Thrones Oreos, but I want them held by a redhead.
She's like, no, he's like, I want them licked all by that girl.
Oh.
Instead of doing-
Again, I'm sure that these girls they're obviously here willingly. They're certainly taking a lot of photos. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe he just has a bunch of friends. I mean, hey, if I knew a bunch of girls and I was on eBay, it's not a bad idea. But some of them just look maybe a little young and maybe a little precariously posed. I'll say that. But yeah, I certainly would be upset if my daughter was on eBay taking pictures like this. So let's take a quick break and then we will get into Shazam.
I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little.
You should play the trailers during the break.
The trailers?
To the movie.
We'll get copyright.
Yeah, it's just a trailer. It's
We'll
just
have a
a
copy.
it's just a audio. It's not.
All right, let's see. There's people in the live chat.
Damn.
Mervin says this episode just got dark.
Fast.
It's so weird, Mervin. It's so weird.
I know. I wanted to find him. I couldn't. You can't search for a username. Like he wouldn't pop up.
Yeah, it's weird.
Maybe it's like you have to
What's
follow
up?
him.
He buys a lot from them,
Yeah,
so he's just.
I was gonna ask,
he's
like,
gonna
how many figures have?
That's why all my figures smell like lotion. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
And we are back.
Shazam!
Shazam.
What do you call
We've
it?
all seen
Lightning
it. We've all
fingers?
seen it, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so let's be very tiptoe.
Oh yeah,
around
this
the
is a
spoilers.
spoiler-free.
I would say let's not talk about anything that happens in the last third of the movie because I was pretty surprised by some of those things because I'm not a big commercial guy.
I could just read you my rate the flicks.
So, Manny, let's hear the Rate the Flick score and your reasons why.
All right, I'm just gonna read you my thing. It says, I had an absolute blast watching the film. It's everything you want in a superhero movie. Zachary Levi absolutely dominates his performance as Shazam. Although I will say, I love this film. I don't know if taking small children to see it is a good idea. It really earns its PG-13 rating. The director, he's directed Annabelle Creation, the movie Lights Out. He really shows his horror roots, which I loved. But for little kids, no. There's some parts in there where it's like, this is kind of terrifying. But it's one of DC's best movies, probably the best. 10 out of 10 for me.
Wow, that's high praise.
I loved it. There was not a dull moment.
Jesse, what do you think?
I thought it was super fun. Like I forgot I was watching a superhero movie because
Yeah.
like you just fell into like Zach's such like it made you believe like okay he's a 14-year-old boy like it's not just like this grown man like and you were just I would forget like oh wait this is Shazam from like DC right like I would forget and it was just so much fun and I was on Instagram there was a lot of pictures of people making like these faces and then like when the thing happened I was like.
Yeah.
So it was, I would.
Pretty sick.
Your rating on it, it's one of DC's top movies. Oh yeah.
Let's think about it, Zach.
I'm gonna be that guy.
No
I
spoilers.
thought it was good.
No spoilers.
I will say I completely agree. At no point, like there's movies that have been in the past where it's like an adult, but there's a kid inside of the person, you know, and you really feel like it's acting, you know. I really genuinely felt that this guy enjoyed his role and he nailed it. I never felt that I was watching an adult pretending to be a kid.
You
I
said the
really
word funny. Adult.
adult. And
Adele?
Adele nailed it. Yeah, so they nailed it. I mean, I really felt that what's his name? Zach Levi?
Zachary Levi.
Zachary Levi. I felt like he nailed it. I love the bond between him and the younger co-star. I don't know the actor's name.
Can I stop you?
His name is Billy, right? The little
Yeah,
kid?
Billy.
Okay, yeah. I love their rat and tat, their back and forth.
Mhm.
There's a lot of development there.
That's the only thing that took me away from the film. It's not a perfect one. I didn't like the way Billy, when he's how old, 14 or whatever,
I will say I didn't love it.
Yeah, he was that kid, and then when he was Shazam, he was super fun.
Yeah, when he
There
was a
was
kid,
no
he was kind of
commitment.
like an asshole.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I guess like
Shazam, he's like
yeah.
super fun.
I will say that. So that's one of my negative things. I think the CGI on some of the bad guy stuff is a little bad.
I love the CGI. I think it was.
I don't know. I didn't like it.
I feel like they went like corny and cheesy on purpose. Like there was
Yeah.
parts where it was like, this wouldn't fly like if this was serious, but because it's such a like, me and my fiance said like this is a good movie like you put on as a background because it's so fun and you can just constantly play
Yeah,
that.
and the latter third of the movie really was great. I think the kind of the middle portion, parts of it kind of bogged down a little bit for me, but certainly like the payoffs when you got into the third
Yeah.
act were really good.
Dude, the first
I-
5 minutes of the movie
That was a good first
hooked me. I was like,
I got right into it.
holy cow. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I would say my rating is like a pretty good 8 out of 10.
That's,
I wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's a 9 out of 10.
Wonder Woman
You know.
is still my movie. I would rate Wonder Woman.
I actually liked this movie more than Wonder Woman
What?
personally. I loved Wonder
I
Woman,
cried.
but Wonder Woman is kind of more of like a feely type of movie. This was kind of like a fun movie. I trend towards fun movies.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, this was a good movie. It's certainly one of the better DCs that I've seen.
oh yeah.
And you know, the ending is really good. The kid actors are really good.
The comedy is
The
just,
comedy is really good.
yeah.
There was a few points that I actually laughed out loud, and that's kind of a rare thing for me in movies. I would say it's a really good 8 out of 10. You know, the only complaint that I had was, which I thought was kind of odd, but in the movie, in the trailers, they played the trailer for Endgame. And all I wanted to do was go home and watch Infinity War. Like, I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I just want to go watch freaking Infinity War.
My theater didn't show Infinity War.
Which I thought was odd because it was like a DC movie. And not only that, but they showed like literally 10 trailers. I was like
Oh,
trailered
you know
out.
what? Yeah, they did. They showed 2 Infinity War trailers almost back to back.
I go to Draft House, so they're real picky with they select their trailers really carefully.
Yeah, we had 2. It was like a Endgame, and then it was like a trailer to Endgame again.
Did you guys see the Aquaman 2 trailer?
No.
The teaser?
Is it Aquaman 2 trailer?
Dude, yeah.
No.
Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah.
Already?
No. I'm not. It's a little teaser.
Interesting. Oh man, the chat's going crazy. Shazam won the battle of Captain Marvel's. For real, like I still have trouble calling him Shazam because it's like that doesn't make any sense because he was just, what's your name? And then he'll just transform. It doesn't make no sense.
Dude, that
I love the way he used
the
that.
whole convenience store scene. I was
Amazing.
like blown away.
Oh, that was so good.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the thing.
Who's this person from Huntington Beach? You continue to call me.
Oh, here it is.
I feel like
I'm gonna play it, and then you guys can look it up. Just look up Aquaman 2 trailer teaser. It's on YouTube by Warner Brothers. This is legit. Like, I can't believe y'all haven't seen this.
All right. Oh man.
Keep your phone off tonight. Keep your phone off.
Oh.
It was a April Fool's joke.
Oh, nice.
I just saw it today though.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, so DC report. Jesse, go ahead and take it away.
Well, I mean, I know we talked about
We're in it
Joker.
right now.
Right.
Oh,
We didn't
yeah.
talk about Joker. We have this last
We
week.
did.
The trailer was dropping the next day.
That's right. Oh my god, dude! I've been watching this trailer on repeat for like.
It's so good.
I've been watching people's reactions to this trailer. I got
So good.
goosebumps.
But you can't watch Game of Thrones, bro.
And
Right?
I can't
like
like.
12 hours watching the fucking Joker trailer.
Well, the thing is, I know that people aren't gonna die, and I'm gonna get invested. I don't know.
What the Joker could die? What do you mean? Like, people could die in the Joker movie?
That's true, I guess. I
Wait,
don't
so
really care.
is the Black Lady interviewing him in the beginning of the trailer? Is that supposed to be like the new Harley Quinn? Or
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Because
go
that's the whole thing. Is the Joker meets
I don't think
Harley Quinn as a
no.
doctor?
It's not gonna intertwine with
With the current DC.
This is like Elseworlds.
This is they're now all movies now are like just standalones.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
and they're not even gonna be
Shazam.
like canon,
It's kind of a standalone.
quote unquote canon. Like this is gonna be
Yeah.
like Bruce is like still a kid. This is like set in the 80s.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is just like
What if
Elseworlds.
Wonder Woman's in this movie? That'd be cool.
I mean,
If it is, they're gonna be screwing everybody's heads because nobody knows what's going on. Like, is Jared Leto still Joker?
Who cares about Jared?
So they were saying
Let's
like
focus on the
this,
real Joker.
they were saying like this could be a prequel to Heath Ledger's Joker because there's like
Maybe it's like Joker's
three
dad.
Joker. There's a three Jokers where like Batman sits on that Mobius chair and asks it, "Hey, who's Joker's like real name?" And it's like, "Which one?" There's three. And
Jack
Batman's
Napier.
like, "What?"
That's his name, right? Jack Napier.
There's Jack Napier. There's Arthur Fleck, and then there's I don't know another one.
Yeah.
But I think he's. I read that he couldn't do any reshoots or nothing because how skinny he was. You can tell in that trailer how
Yeah, he looks fucking
That dude's
he's
famished.
skinny, and like that's what Joker is. He's like a little toothpick compared to Batman.
Yeah.
I feel like he nailed that. I don't know. It's just I
It's
get
a good
goosebumps.
trailer, and it's funny because there's like this meme that's like, the first Joker is like meth or whatever, like
Oh, yeah.
PTSD of war, and it's like this one's just society.
Yeah,
It's so accurate.
there's so many like
that nails the look. The trailer looks excellent. I think I'm really excited for this. And when does it come out?
October.
Oh, that's a good
Dude,
one for a Joker movie.
If I'm there watching the movie, right,
Uh-huh.
and then like I don't even have to see his face, but if I just see a cape and like just like Batman, like I'll pee my pants.
It'd be crazy, but I don't think so. I think like
They're
this is set. Yeah, Bruce Wayne is like a young kid. This set.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
But they were saying like this, like Heath Ledger's Batman could have been inspired by this. I'm sorry, Joker could have been inspired by this Joker because it's not within the realm of possibilities because there is three Jokers out there.
That's
Yeah.
cool, dude.
Like I mean, I'm totally
I'll
over
say,
it.
what if you see Heath Ledger, but no, I mean,
That'd be
Yeah.
crazy. There's
The
similarities.
the Burton Batman films are getting a 4K box set release.
Oh, yeah,
You gonna get those, man?
nah. And a lot of people that I follow aren't too fond of the artwork. Like,
Yeah.
like, just man.
Well, it's important to mention it. Let's,
That's cool.
Manny, you were wanting to talk about some friend requestings that you got.
Oh, dude, yes.
Maybe briefly
Let
we
me
can talk
take
about
let me
it.
take a sip of my
Damien, sorry, real quick. Damien said he's so fucking stoked for Joker. Phoenix is babe.
Hell yes.
Just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, keep us updated on the chat.
Yep.
All right.
So, let's say you're selling name a figure, 1/6 scale figure.
Darth Vader.
Okay, and then you wouldn't sell Darth Vader. Okay, so you're selling Darth Vader, right? You
Uh-huh.
post it on Tashi, you post it on any other groups, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Someone that you've never really heard of, they contact you. They're like, "Hey, I'm interested."
Uh-huh.
Cool. They send you a friend request right there and then.
Wait. After the initial message
Yeah,
or
hey.
before?
I mean, it could be within the same day. Like, "Hey, I'm interested."
Okay.
Cool. I'll sell you my figure, and then you get a friend request from the same person. That's weird.
That's
Like,
weird.
It's cool. When you read that, I was like, well, I feel like I've done that before where like because you're like, you want to build a rapport and be like, all right, well,
So
what else you got?
here's my take. I understand Dean and I are in this Facebook thing, and it's like a leadership thing where they teach you like the ins and outs of Facebook and like building communities and stuff like that. It's like 20 cities in the world have this, and San Antonio is one of them. Like France and like London,
Mhm.
there's only 20 cities. And one of the things that they try to say is like, if you're an admin, or even just if you're in a group, it's good to become friends with people in the group because you'll see their posts more often.
Mhm.
So if I do a deal with someone and they end up being like a stand-up person, they're nice, the transaction goes well, I always send a friend request because I want to see first dibs on what you post.
Oh,
I want to
so
get a
you wanna-
notification.
I'm one of those guys too.
Not only that, but I want to know where you work. I want to know where you live because if you fuck me over, I'm just kidding.
But that I mean, for real, because like you're like, all right, Mister, you work
okay,
at,
let me ask you this:
Yeah.
you're selling a camera
Sure.
on Marketplace.
Okay.
They
No, I
message
don't-
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so all live in the same city though. Like, this guy's not going to come down from Oregon.
you. You never know. There's creepy people.
Yeah,
I'm just
like,
saying.
I sold
it's-
my camera.
I would say
to
those
the lady,
chances are less likely.
and like we just sold it, made a
That's
deal,
it,
that's
yeah.
it. But when it comes to figures, like, that's a little bit more personal.
Dude, I don't know. I just find it creepy. I like to. I mean, before I would just add anybody, accept your friend request, whatever. But it got to the point where I was like, I don't know who you are, on my Facebook. So
Yeah.
I just went ahead and started deleting people. I don't know. It's just weird. Like this morning, I made a
Yeah, but how many Facebook friends do you have?
I don't know, a lot.
Like 1,000?
Yeah, there was a point where I was
Okay,
just,
you can't be weirded
No,
out. You
hold
have
on, hold
1,000
on.
friends.
No, I don't have
know how
1,000.
many, I think like 30.
I think I have like 400. I don't know. But well now, but
Okay, now.
I have a big family. I know a lot of people, but there was a point where I was on Facebook and there was like, these people that I'm just like, I don't know you, so I'm gonna delete you. So this morning, somebody friend requested me, and I was just like, a little thrown off. But
Is that why you deleted me? I was like, what the?
I didn't delete you.
No. I feel like every time I've made a trade or bought something with someone, I want to keep in touch. I want to see like, I got a good deal from you, guy. Like, what else you got? Like, kind of like what Zach said.
Yeah.
Like, what else you got?
I guess, but I don't know. I'm just.
But well, for me, I know like you use Facebook quite a bit. I don't. Facebook is like a whatever to me. I hardly ever check it. Instagram is more like I'm kind of iffy about like I don't want them cluttering my feed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no.
I'm like that on Instagram versus Facebook.
I get a lot of messages from like those fake models. They're
Uh-huh.
like, hey, sexy. It's like,
What?
what?
All the time. I'm like, no.
It's
my wife
because
doesn't
it's
call
the
me sexy.
algorithm.
My
It's
wife-
what you're liking, bro. So
Ooh, me and you both. Then.
yeah, I see Zach liking the pictures. So I'm like,
I know. I'll click on it and I'll see you two liking it. I'm like, my bros.
We all follow the same models.
pretty much.
That's hilarious. Let's take a quick break, and then we're going to talk about some listener takes, and this is our new segment that we're introducing. So let's take a break. We'll get these queued up, and we will talk about them.
Cool.
All right, give me 1 second. I got to log into my email. Is that a really loud door that opened?
No, it was
I
your
didn't hear
kid.
no.
Your kid was yelling.
Oh my gosh, it's loud.
Yeah.
God
Oh shit. Let me check. That's a good idea.
What happened?
Oh, it's good. I haven't seen the chat, and they're like, "Damn, Jesse looks more imposing on video." Seth saying, "Chill, you're making us look bad." Jesse showing off the cannons. Jesse giving Ben Swallow a run for his money.
Wait, who's saying this?
Everyone. Seth, Mervin, everyone.
That's hilarious.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Okay, my fucking thing gonna be lame right now.
Why would you take a picture like that?
Wait,
What the fuck?
Who, me?
You in the gym?
Shit. See, like, okay, so I'm not okay with like my girl doing that. I'm like, that's. I don't know. I feel like that's for me.
Yeah.
I know.
Leave some to the imagination.
Well, that not only that, but I'm like, just because everyone is doing it doesn't mean it's like right. I'm like, I don't know. Like, you could like if you're showing off like some pride, but like not every post, bro. Calm down. I don't like it.
So
I'm insecure.
So, okay, so with all due respect to everybody here, let's say you're here, right? You're recording the podcast, chilling on IG, and then you see a picture of your woman in like a thong or something. You get pissed? Would you leave?
No.
You'd break the damn window.
No, I'll be like,
You're talking about like on Instagram?
Yeah. And like you see, okay, so you see that, and dude, I touched your arm and my finger broke. And then like you see all the guys like with the tongue emojis and stuff.
well, that happens now all the time. I don't even go to her page because I'm like, I don't even.
Yeah.
So sometimes she'll show me the DMs and I'm like, that's some thirsty people. out
Dude,
there."
What are they saying?
Exactly.
I'll show you. Well,
I'm curious because
Well,
Victoria doesn't get any of that because I know it whoops some ass.
I'll send you guys the DMs. Like I tell her to send me screenshots all the
But
time.
then do you message them? Because you're fucking jacked.
I'll put it on my story and I'll tag them. And
Oh,
and then I'll just be
damn.
like thirsty, but I mean I don't care.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, like I mean, as long as it's like,
Like that?
no, that wouldn't fly with me. If we're at the beach, then it makes sense. But just like in your bathroom, I don't like it.
Okay.
But I mean, like would that fly? I mean, that's kind of
Oh
like
yeah, I follow that chick.
yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, that's cosplay.
Yeah. Show me.
Oh, hold on, it just disappeared on me. Let me show you. Damn it! Oh, it just disappeared on me. It was the what's her name? Karma something?
Carmen Caliente?
No. It was the cosplay check. God damn, I'm just going
72. And I feel great. Over 72.
Sorry.
Oh, this one.
What the fuck? I shall fucking
It's like from a poster. Oh, damn. Damn. Jesus. I don't know.
Manny, can you take these names down for me real quick?
Can I take the names? now?
Yeah, my phone's at like 1%.
Okay.
What'd you guys think of this part where he's like smiling?
Ben L,
Ben L.
Luke M,
Luke M.
Peter C, and then Justin A.
Justin A. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna play Ian's voice message. I gotta find it real quick, and then we're gonna splice that in, and then we're gonna listen to it, and then we're gonna react to it,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna read Dylan's message.
Dilly dilly.
Who's on the chat?
Yeah, update me on the chat.
Seth is asking, wait, Manny, are we friends? Oh yeah, we are.
All right, so this is
I just requested.
I don't think I'm friends with Seth. I don't think so. But then it's again, like, it's like I hardly check Facebook.
All right, here we go,
so
guys. So this is Ian's message to us from last week's episode.
Hey guys, or as Zach wants me to say, howdy y'all. Just a quick one to say, loved the show last week. And those posters you did were absolutely fantastic. They were really like them. They were a cracking idea. And Seth, Kylo Ren, spot on, mate. Love that figure to call with those bollocks. I only mean though about the Adam Driver sculpt, not the most intimidating fucker in the world. He's a really good sculpt. Dean, Ron Swanson, fucking epic. Love it. Proper sort of fat out, it was awesome.
He's like, my head trash.
And just a little bonus for you guys. I don't answer one question 1 week. You can the fucking thing. Brilliant. I was propagated, but anyway. And last but not least, the worst, second to last but not least, the worst CGI in Infinity War is Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster suit.
That's pretty
Utter
bad.
shite. And the grinds my gears, 100% right. The worst thing, the biggest way to tell the world rebellion is to turn around and say, I'm glad I waited on that one. Cheers, boys. All the best.
Oh, man. All right,
You gotta get him on the show, man.
3, 2. And we've heard Ian's listener take.
I like the way
What
he
a-
pronounces his T's.
Everything, the way that they talk is so elegant. I feel
I
like
gotta get you on the show, man.
Built on
Classy
culture.
as fuck.
he's been on the show. We gotta bring him back on the show.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you never want to do a Skype call.
We can do it. Well, the thing is, when we record, it's like 4 in the morning over there right now.
Oh, it's
Oh,
okay.
that's true.
He's a diehard fan. He'll do it.
Okay.
Ian, if you're up for that, Manny's requesting a Skype call.
He's like, you're having a laugh. Right? Is that how you say it? You're having a laugh.
Oh man. So the new segment that we're doing is, I felt like if we limited the listeners to just answering questions, we're kind of shoehorning them. And almost every week I was getting emails from people that was like, hey, I love this part of the show, or hey, I disagree with this part of the show, which is great. We have the listener special. They were able to chime in on past episodes. And I think it's really good that we have this segment. So it's basically called Listener's Take, and you can send us an audio MP3 file and kind of chime in on one or multiple segments from the last show. So this would be the first show people are sending in. And, we'll play them and then we'll discuss them. Alternatively, we can take text as well. And so Dylan wrote in and he says the only thing he wanted to add was about the Mark 50. So that's the Infinity War suit. It looks amazing with these figures going up so much in price. I was hoping that it would be the based figure or close to it for in-game as well. So essentially he was hoping that figure at $400 would have been Infinity War and perhaps parts of in-game. That way the accessory pack would work for both figures instead of making us buy a $400 figure for each movie, as well as potentially a $240 accessory pack for each movie. I can see the Mark 50 pieces working with the Mark 85, but I doubt it'll look good or be meant for it. That would be a perfect world, one where you could just add onto your figure your favorite Iron Man rather than buy a new one every time. He also wanted to ask ask us who owns the most Iron Man, and that would be Dean. Dean has
for
the
sure.
Mark 45, the Mark 43, and then the Tony Stark Iron Man 3. Manny has the Mark 50 incoming. I have the Mark 42. Jesse has the Mark 85 hopefully coming in. And he wanted us to answer this question, which I thought was a good question. He says, I hear this thrown around a lot, that the Hot Toys Iron Man figures are the Ferrari of figure collecting. Manny, you want to take it away with that?
Yeah, dude. Pretty much every Iron Man suit that comes out is possibly guaranteed to sell out at some point. Like,
Yeah, especially
like
the die-cast.
skyrocket. Yeah. I agree with everything that he said there. Like, this is my first Iron Man figure that's coming in, Mark 50, and I'm super excited. Like, once I get it, I'm pretty sure I'll never
The one
get
thing
rid of it.
I would say, Manny, as a new Iron Man collector, is definitely read the instruction booklet and really be careful when you articulate it, because especially with these slimmer nanotech suits, the tolerances are so tight. Everything is designed to be, when you articulate something, oftentimes you're having to move other things out of the way so you don't get paint rubbed.
Yeah.
I
It'll
would,
probably be in a museum pose, honestly.
yeah, I would definitely agree with that sentiment.
They
The engineering,
I was gonna say the engineering.
The improvements
definitely
year to year.
Improves, like the way they made the ab crunch. Now they can do that pose where they
Oh, dude, that picture that
ground and
Seth
pound,
shared
the ground and
is
pound.
sexy.
yeah.
I will say that my Iron Man will probably never be lit up. Just
I wouldn't. There's so many battery compartments.
Yeah.
And so much potential for leakage.
You can easily do Photoshop, like if you do want to,
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
So that's our listener take. So again, if you want to participate in this segment, if you want your voice to be heard all over the world or your text to be heard all over the world, send us a email, Zach@collectingweekly.com, or message me on our Facebook group, Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your take. Let's talk about some show news. Again, we're towards the end of the show. We have the Going Commando series, which is sort of my build process on the Commando figures. So
Doesn't that mean like when you're like
when you're like not wearing
panties.
underwear, yeah. And so we're doing that segment, and at some point the figure is going to go off to Cody from Echo Base Customs, and at that point I don't know how much video we'll have from that, because his process is his own process.
Right.
But I hope that we are able to potentially have some videos from his end. But I'm going to be doing a lot of work on the figure on my end, getting it ready for him to do the final assembly and the paint, everything like that.
Are we getting your updates of different changes and different looks that you were trying to go?
Yeah, so
I just need. I like that.
Yeah, I've been basically kind of trying to fit, because at first I was like, I just want to paint a blue stripe on the arm and a blue stripe on the mask, which is cool, but
I've seen like 5 iterations.
also it's like, if you're gonna spend that much money, it might as well like go fucking balls out on this thing.
yeah.
And so I think I am going to be doing that. And so I've been messing with some different designs, and I'm certainly going to be doing like a 501st kind of color scheme, the white and the blue, and then it's basically just trying to figure out where I want the blue and where I want the white. So that is something that I'm
the thighs to
considering.
be red?
What's that?
You want the thighs to be red, you said? Is that what you said?
No, where I want the blue parts to be and where I want the white parts to be.
Oh, I think you had said something about red, like in the group chat. I could be right. Never mind.
I don't think so.
I'm wrong.
But yeah, so it's a process. Like I'm using Photoshop and some other things to try and come up with this process, because I mean, again, like once I send it to Cody and he paints it, it's like it's gonna be a huge pain in the ass
Dude.
to unpaint it, or to I don't want to waste his time or my time. So I'm trying to do as much work as possible. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the videos, or maybe it was when we were on chat, Stat and Tech, they're printing my armor this week and shipping, and then I paid for FedEx shipping so we can get it like
Soon.
next week,
Like
hopefully.
tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. So that is our new series, Going Commando. We're also filming unboxings.
I love that because I get tons of stuff and I'm like, this is cool. It almost feels like Christmas.
It does, yeah.
So
And so we're doing unboxings, and that's our video series called 6 Scale Mails. It's certainly not all 6 scale. Ian received his care package today, which is really great.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's certainly really cool, and we're really glad to have sent him all these things. Jesse and Seth, Manny and myself and Dean pitched in either through postage payment or through gifts, some of us both. And it got there today, and he unboxed it. It's on our YouTube channel, Collecting Weekly.
I've
YouTube.
yet to see it. Like straight from the gym, I came here and I saw they posted right at 5.
Yeah,
so.
that's how you get to be as swole as Jesse. If you're watching us
Dude.
on the, look at that.
Dude, his Fanta that he has in there,
Right?
his milk. I was just so fascinated seeing the other.
Dude, well, he was showing pictures of his cupboard, and I'm like, man, y'all have such weird food names. Like everything is different.
What is hey Ian? What is that word?
Testo?
On
What does it say?
Oh,
Let me see.
Tesco mint jelly.
Oh, Tesco is it's like a supermarket.
What? No, this one right here. I'm trying to. Dang it! I'm trying to flip this. Atora? Atora?
The Torah.
What is Atora?
I don't know.
Is that Nesquik?
All right,
Dang.
You're like breaking down his pantry.
Yeah, he has
right.
some fajita seasoning though now.
Yeah, I gave him some from Bolner's down here in San Antonio. We had a TeePublic sale, and I kind of put a call out to the members, and I said, look, we're having an expensive week. Shipping Ian's package was almost about $100, a little bit over $100.
Jesus.
I've got some ink that we need to buy. Hosting fees were due last week, and we needed some equipment for the show. So it was kind of an expensive week. And I asked the members, like, hey, if you like our stuff, if you like what the content we put out, 35% off on t-shirt. What are you doing? Just you're like distracted.
Sorry, my bad. I fucking have like a hair.
All right, let's focus here.
Sorry.
We're almost done. And so I put it out to the members like, hey, if you guys want to support us, perhaps not directly financially, but you get some swag, we get a few bucks in our pocket. And we had 14 shirts that were sold in 12 hours. So that's really cool. It's the most that we sold in a day. So
That's a lot of shirts.
Was it locally? Like, am I going to be seeing some CW shirts?
the commission report just says what was ordered. So,
Oh, okay.
And
I'm going to see those shirts around town.
I got one shirt for myself. I don't know if it counts in the 14 since I'm buying it from my own store. But I bought one shirt for myself. It was such a good deal. We're also on Facebook. I know we mentioned that we post to Facebook a few times. Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. It's a really fun group. We're growing. Seth has told us that when we get to 100 members, we're doing a Hot Toys giveaway for a figure that he has in his collection.
Is it Hot Toys?
Yeah, he's at Hot Toys.
He's at Hot Toys, yeah.
Okay.
So that is really cool. We are also working on a book, and I hope to have you guys' help in putting it together. It's a very in its infantile stages, and we're working on the title. Certainly a work in progress. I put a title today that got roasted quite a bit.
Yeah.
And we're trimming it down.
That was like chapter 1, bro.
So right now, what we have is 30 things you should master, a guide for 6-scale collectors. That's certainly less wordy than it was before. Manny-
Say what it was before.
My phone just died, but it was. Can you pull it up for me? And I will. While you're doing that, I'll tell them about what it is. So it's not really a book in the sense of like a novel or like a biography or like my journey through collecting. It's not anything like that. Essentially, what I want this to be. Yeah, hang on. Let me finish this. Essentially, what I want it to be is sort of like something you can have on your phone. And
like an ebook.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to charge for it because we're going to be using like brand names and stuff like that. So it's not really something we charge for. But I want it to be like, oh crap, I just broke a wrist peg. Let me go to Zach's guide and see how to remove the wrist peg from the hand. Or
just go to YouTube.
Oh, you want to? Well, I don't think there's any videos for that. But yeah, I mean, you could. But I'm just saying, like, for me, I want to put like
You can
some
put
of the things
links in
that
the ebook that will send us to our YouTube.
potentially. But anyway, so essentially, I just want it to be like a sort of like a pocket guide. Now, we certainly don't have the funding to print it and ship it and stuff like that. So it's going to be ebook, and perhaps we'll make it like auxiliary
The
exclusive.
New York bestseller.
Well, I'm gonna put what I was thinking is like every time someone downloads it, I can just like update the PDF and be like over 9 copies downloaded or something like that. Like and then every time like add one. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of tongue in cheek. Like I'm kind of working on the preface, so it's sort of gonna be like from the dawn of humanity, man has been collecting from hunter-gathering to this, and it's going to be like, from the Bronze Age, and now here we are collecting.
I love it. I
6-scale.
think it would be fun.
It's going to be tongue-in-cheek. It's certainly, perhaps I gave off the vibe that it's really serious with some of my posts, but it's going to be
At first, I was
tongue-in-cheek.
like, oh, damn. Like,
It's going to be tongue-in-cheek. It's going to be just a fun thing.
The only thing that's
Manny-
telling is the title.
It's a
It
tongue
says-
twister.
30,
So this is the first title. This isn't
Yes.
where we're at now.
and we roasted him because, check it out. 30 things every 6-scale collector should master. A guide for both new and old collectors. I don't think there needs to be a comma.
It does.
To expand their own experience of the hobby. Written by Zach. I can't say your last name.
Guevara.
Guevara, okay. Host of Collecting Weekly. That was just too much.
I feel like it needs more words.
Okay.
And on the cover, I was telling, so my wife is gonna help me with some illustrations for the book, which if you're on Instagram, Victoria Chanel art, she does like sketches and stuff. So if you want to be sketched, she does.
I've been
like,
asking her to
sketch
sketch
movie.
me, but she doesn't want to.
I told her to sketch you, but
Did you?
but you didn't send her a message. I was hoping you would send her a message of you DJing because she was looking for people to
Oh.
copy. Send her a picture on Instagram of you DJing. I'll have her sketch it for you. But anyways, so the cover, what I want it to be, you know that picture. I'm probably gonna sound like an idiot here, but the perfect man drawing where it's like the guy in the circle.
different.
But I want it to be a 6-scale body where you can see all the, like the butterfly joint and the joints and the wrist and everything.
I like
It's
that.
gonna be like that, and it's gonna be I guess Michelangelo's Perfect Man or whatever,
That's
and
good.
it's gonna be like that.
It works.
So it's gonna be fun, and you know, for some things I'm gonna take pictures of things, some things I'm gonna have my wife draw,
Mhm.
like illustrations and whatnot. So it's gonna be initially I thought it'd be cool to do all illustrated, but I think some pictures might be easier.
Right.
And when I say 30 things, it could certainly be less than 30 or it could be more than 30. Initially I wanted to do 50, and I think that's maybe a little unrealistic. So I'm shooting for 30. 40 would be great. 50 would be awesome, but you know, if we settle for 25, that's not the end of the world. And it leaves us room for a sequel in the future.
Mhm.
So I know I mentioned that a few podcasts ago, and I'm finally getting off my ass and writing the book. So I hope to have some teasers of the book on Ox, of at least the preface soon.
Nice.
It is shout out time, and of course, if you guys want to write a segment for the book, that'd be awesome. I know PJ,
I can't read or
Plastic
write.
Heroes and Villains. I would love if you're up for it, if you could write me my and all these things would be like 1 or 2 pages, like including the picture and the title of each segment. PJ, if you'd like, I'd love you to write me the part of the book, which would just be one of the 30 on posing. I think that would be really cool. Manny, perhaps you can help me with some photography tips on one segment. And so that's kind of, I'd love to enlist the community and kind of make this like a communal thing where we all put together and we can be proud of it.
Yeah.
And again, like most of that stuff is going to be showed off on our group by Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. Let's give some shout outs, Ian, Ashton, and Dylan. You guys are wonderful people there. They answered the call of the listener take. And actually, you're right. Yeah. So let's actually, let me wrap up the shout outs and we'll get back. We have very big news that we need to talk about. Sean, Fear, PJ, of course, the people they've been chatting with me all the time. And those 4 people received the pop sockets. And I actually sent an extra one to Ian to send out to Darren over in the United Kingdom because it was cheaper to put it in that box than to ship a whole nother package just to Darren. So thank you for that. Brian and Chris, 6 Scale Scavengers, really good podcast. They put on a ton of content. They got like Rogue 16 podcast thing going. They got their Scavengers Assemble. They got their regular podcast. Really
Got a
good
whole
show.
network going.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, God damn, I need to get some people making some content over here.
Yeah.
So really, really cool stuff to see over there.
Bums.
Right. And then, of course, Zach and Justin from Minted Soapbox Podcast. I binged their show. I was in like crazy traffic last week, and I watched, or I guess listened to a bunch of their episodes.
Nice.
It's time to talk about the finals.
Hold on, I didn't get to say my shout outs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Shout out Dean, bro. His show's not the same.
Shout out Dean's knees.
Yes. Poor knees. I hope he has them up and on the
I finally met his friend Cody, his best friend Cody. He said, ooh.
Cody? Who's
Yeah.
Cody?
His best
Oh,
friend.
Corey.
Corey.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Corey.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Corey's cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He was really funny. He was out there, man.
I actually work with Corey, like in the same building.
Oh,
It's weird.
legit.
It's so weird how it works.
What we got going on chat?
So we got actually my bad. So I was looking at the so far we have everything we talked
Okay.
about.
So let's talk about the finals. NCAA finals ended. Who cares about that? Let's talk about the finals that really matter. DX11 versus the Hulkbuster. Can I get a drum roll, please? The winner with 50. Yeah, the winner with 56% of the vote was the Hot Toys DX11 Dark Knight Joker 2.0.
Hey! That's
Okay.
awesome. Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Per square inch.
Manny, can you pull up RNG generator 1 through 4 on your phone for me? Now we had 4 people at the beginning of the contest.
RNG.
Random number generator. We had 4 people at the beginning of the contest that guessed correctly that this would be the figure that won. And one of those 4 people are winning a $25 Sideshow gift card.
I forget what my first one was. I think I kept changing it because I kept forgetting.
Well, you can only put it in once, so it's like.
I know, but like,
And I'm gonna have Manny live on cam do a 1 through 4 random.org.
ooh, come on, camera. Real quick,
Cam girl.
He said on cam.
I want to
like,
use what
camera.
Seth used for the drawing. It's Wheel of Names.
That's cool.
Does it work on the phone now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Real quick, I didn't give a shout out, but he finally shipped Jacob Raymer. Is that his name? Raymer?
Yeah.
Rainer!
He
Shout out.
he finally shipped out my document hand Billy Crudup head scope, which is awesome. Like I know you took a minute, but I mean, if you check out this dude's Instagram, he's
Wait, Jesse, can you videotape this?
yeah. I actually can't film that. Let me see.
So let's get this video going. We got 1 through 4, right? And then on the
Do we name the names?
oh, you just put the names?
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so again, this is for the $25 gift card for guessing correctly. There was lots of people that answered, and there's actually like 10 people that picked Hulkbuster. And I was surprised. With the finals, like I said, 56% Joker. There was some people that did not vote that picked Hulkbuster in round 1, and then I guess forgot about it. So that's what voting matters, guys.
Damn.
Voting matters.
So do we say these people's names or no?
Yeah, this should spin, and then we'll just name the guy that wins.
Wait, no, you don't want me to name them out first? Like to see who's. Oh, wait, you already.
Yeah.
I'm done. Okay, here we go. You just click it, so. Whoever it lands on first. And the winner is. Oh!
Oh!
Oh,
We know
there's
this guy?
Justin A.
Justin A. Congratulations, Justin A. I'm going to. You got that on tape? The
Yep,
photo
got it.
record.
I got his
Justin A. I appreciate you guys all participating. I will be in contact for your Sideshow $25 gift card, and we'll get that sent out as soon as possible.
Nice.
So very cool on that.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats, bro, indeed. So that is our finals. It was a fun thing that we did. We started with 64 figures, and certainly there was some figures that I think underperformed. There was certainly some figures that overperformed.
I was really surprised with the results as they were coming in. And I was like,
Yanni was cheating.
he was cheated.
Yondu really came close, and I certainly think that I think the result would have been the same. I think Yondu would have beat.
I think a lot of people were like what Dean said. PJ was doing like, oh, he's my favorite. Instead of breaking down like with the
PJ, he's not gonna write for a book, man. With how?
Sorry, PJ.
Yeah, Yondu was actually winning until Sunday, and then I put a post like, hey, it's inning today. And then we had like 2 votes for Yondu and like 4 votes for Joker like last minute. And they were all legitimate. Like, I verified that they had been voting. And there was one guy that accidentally voted twice, so I had to take his vote out. But, certainly as legitimate as we could have ran a tournament without doing a direct on Facebook, which those never work. So,
No, never.
So I know going forward, Game of Thrones is airing this Sunday. And we were, at least Dean, Manny, and myself, we're Game of Thrones fans. So I think what we're going to do is at the very end of the show, we're going to do Game of Thrones spoiler talk. Do you think, Manny, that we should make it its own thing? I think we potentially should, because I feel like if you're driving and like you don't want to hear it, like it's. I think we should make its own upload on the RSS feed, like the podcast feed. But if you're watching live, I guess what I'm saying is if you're watching live on
We don't even have to do it tonight. Like we can do like.
I was gonna say you should because.
Well, we don't have any content to talk about. It hasn't come out tonight.
No, yeah. Like I'm saying, like spoiler, like what you think is gonna happen. But like if you're still catching up on the show, you don't want to, oh, so and so died, so
Also, let's skip tonight because maybe people are catching up to get. Okay,
yeah.
I get what
so
you're saying.
we can have like, I don't know, throne talk or something like.
Yeah, and maybe we'll upload it to YouTube or something.
Yeah.
We'll stop the video and then we'll just cut a new clip for YouTube.
And that'll be, we can review like what happened that week.
Yeah. Okay, so Throne Talk. That's a really good. Okay, so Throne Talk is gonna be our new segment going forward. And Jesse, if you
I don't
mind.
mind spoilers.
Yeah,
like,
Spoilers!
So if you want to hear what we have to say about the Game of Thrones, let us know. Because Manny, do you have HBO? Like, do you actually pay for it, or do you have HBO Go?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, okay. Friendly.
Okay. HBO Go.
But HBO Go, is it Like if the show starts at 8, do you get it as soon as it
You get
starts?
as soon as.
And you can watch it like live, I guess. Ooh, okay, very cool.
I just had the free child.
So when does what is the airtime?
I don't know.
I have to look it up. I know it's Sunday.
I caught up with. I just started watching, so I.
Yeah, same. So it's my first time being.
It's on Sundays though, right?
Yeah. Well, anyways, that's our show for this week. Dean, we miss you. We hope you have you back. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. You guys are great. Thank you so much for if you ordered a t-shirt. Let me know. I'd love to give you a shout out on the next podcast. I had put a comment in there, but I don't think anyone saw it because I didn't get any messages. I'm Zach.
I'm Manny.
And I'm Jesse.
Talk to you guys later. Have a good one, guys.
Peace out. Bye.
There we go.
Hey, oh my,
That went by fast.
I felt like. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
We also filmed like half an hour less than we normally do, 45 minutes less than we normally do.
How long is that right there?
108.
Oh wow.
Kind of short, yeah. I was like, God damn, we're blowing through this. I might reorganize the beginning of the show to where we do like the, hey guys, my name is whatever.
Hey, my name is. How did that thing go?
Yeah, go for it. Hold on, I just want to pull up the show sheet, the docs.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull this up while we're doing that.
You can pull it up in Safari. Oh, yeah. So the track can go back and forth, no comments, and I know where we.
Jesus.
You gonna cut the live off?
Yes. All right, you guys. It was fun having you guys here.
Weekly podcast.
I like the the listeners talking in because it's almost like the chat, but like in the
Yeah.
in the show.
We're also gonna be moving the show sheet around a little bit. Obviously, this episode we're letting you guys know that, but going
So just hit
forward,
the
we're gonna go
record?
straight into this.
The little red
Yeah,
dot.
I'll do the red one.
Also
Yeah, just
have-
stop this one.
Oh, you mean stop this one? Okay, so I don't delete the whole show. That's my big old face. I'm sorry, you guys.